music keeping me alive. Yeah, I look damn hot for it.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel.
Hello, what's up? Happy 2020 to the shy.
Brazil.
Brazil. If you're from Brazil, if you know, you know. Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, so before we start our 2020 episode, I want to introduce you to a dear friend of mine that is hosting me in her home, in her amazing studio here in New York.
Yes.
So Ana, she DJs, she acts, she sings, she does fashion,
Oh my God.
and she's super good with the Instagram stuff. So I'm like very happy
She's
about
great.
it.
She's great. Oh my God, I can't. I cannot.
That's Anna.
And that's
Ana
Vika.
Temponi.
Yeah. An amazing musician. Go check her stuff. She's insane. Like an amazing singer, rapper. You know, if you've been keeping up with her channel, you know, like, and
I have a cover out.
she does. Go check her cover. Oh my God, it's so good. Yes.
Thank you.
It's everywhere. Check it out.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
2020.
Yes, today in this episode we're celebrating 2020, and we are here to kind of talk about last year and about how to move forward for 2020 and how to prepare for it.
How
in
to
the
start
best
this year.
way.
Yeah. How to start
You
this
know?
year in a good way.
We have 2 tips.
You know, yeah, we do.
Stick around. Yeah, before we move to the 2 tips to the 2020, I would like you to tell the story about how you moved to New York, because this is very admiring.
Thank
Admiring,
you.
that's the word?
Yeah, that's the word.
That's the word. Okay, this is like, and this is very motivating. So I would like for you to hear the story, because I think we should all have the courage to do what she did.
Oh my God, thank you. Hi peeps. So yeah. So I'm originally from Brazil. That's where the Shire came from. And I was born and raised in Brazil, and then when I turned 18, I moved to LA, Los Angeles, California. And I lived there for 5.5 years, almost 6. And that was the first time that I was actually officially living 100% on my own by myself. And almost like, 5.5 years is a long time. So I literally made LA my home. So
You built a life in 5.5 years. So
I built, I worked for it. I built my entire life. I made so many friends. I had everything. And I was super happy. I was super comfortable. And then like a year or so ago, I started feeling stuck. I was happy. I had everything. But I felt like I wasn't growing anymore. I felt like I wasn't growing as an artist. I wasn't growing as a person. I felt like I reached a level where, I wasn't growing anymore. And I tried doing stuff in LA, but then I started really feeling like I couldn't, like I had to move. I had to move away, and I had to get out of there and
a change.
Yeah, I needed a change. And it wasn't easy because I love LA. I love California. And I had a whole life.
It's scary.
But, yeah.
It's really scary.
It is. But that's kind of what made me move to New York City, And it's like we said before, it's not easy. It wasn't an easy transition because I was happy. I was extremely happy in LA. I had pretty much everything. I had the entire life I built on those 6 years. I had so many friends. I legit called them family, and I had a part-time job, and I was like, I had it all. But as a person and as, like I said, as an artist, I was not feeling like I wasn't going anywhere. And it's very easy for you when you're in LA. LA is a very laid-back city. It's very chill, so it's very easy for you to start procrastinating and letting things slide. And I wasn't happy with that, and I needed a rush. I needed I needed a new start.
Shake,
I needed to get thrown on the ground and push myself again and really get get my feet wet again and push myself. And so that's why I'm in New York. I moved a few months ago, and I moved away from a city that I knew everybody to a city that I didn't know. I don't know really anybody. I'm starting over almost. But this time I feel like I'm starting from experience. You know, I've talked to many people about it, and it's not like I'm starting over completely, but I feel like, you know, this year, I realized, like, we were talking about it the other day, that, like, this is your year of, like, a lot of people are having, like, a lot of hope, you know, and
Yeah.
because 2019 was such a hard year for everybody.
A challenging one.
Yeah, it was a very
challenging,
challenging year for so many people, and for, like, everybody, and I feel like every single person I've talked to had a very hard year, and, you know.
It's true. I just want, before you continue to the 2020, I just want to, the reason that I say that I admire her so much is because it's one thing to realize that you're kind of stuck, but it's a completely different thing to actually get up and do that, because it's so scary. And, like,
it is.
Like, usually when people are so, like, comfortable and happy with their lives, they kind of, like, stop working hard, because they reach a point where, like, I'm cool, I'm good, like, I'm feeling good, I'm happy, I'm awesome, like, my life is kind of, like, set, and they stop working hard, and they stop, like, moving forward.
It is very easy for you to ignore everything that you have to work on whenever you're surrounded by so many people, whenever you know so many people, so you're so comfortable that, like, you always have somebody to hang out with, you always have something to do.
It can be really distracting.
So it's very distracting. But then whenever you're by yourself in a place where you don't know anybody, you don't have a choice but to face everything that you have to work on. You know, but to face the things that you're afraid of working on, the things that actually scare you. And it was terrifying. I'm not going to say it wasn't. Like, there were so many times I cried a lot. And, you know, and it was hard. It was hard. It still is. I'm not going to say it's not. But every day that goes by, I am more and more sure that, like, here is where I need to be. You know, I feel like as an artist, you have to, like, kind of live in both cities at some point. You have to either you have to go to LA, you have to go to New York.
I feel that. They're so different.
They're so different.
So different. It's my first time in New York. I've never been here before. And I lived in LA for a year and a half. So I was so used to LA, and I'm, like, kind of, like, know how things flow around there. And I was, like, hearing things about New York, but I never, like, actually seen it, you know? And now when I got here, I'm like, okay, this is, like, a completely different world. Like, I need, like, as an artist, as, like, you need to try both worlds. You need to taste both worlds, because, like, you need to learn how to deal with both of them. It's completely different. It's not the same.
It is. And New York pushes you in a way that, like, because here, literally, everybody is on a run for something. Everybody, like, is literally on a rush and trying to get somewhere.
Physically.
Physically
running somewhere.
Yeah, we walk fast. It's true.
I kept up pretty well, though.
You did.
Like,
you did.
Like, my work exercise finally paid off.
Oh my god, yeah. But, like, you know, I feel like it's such a contrast, you know, between cities, between vibes, between, like, cultures even. And I don't know, New York City has so much culture, has so much to offer. And it's a rush. It's a culture shock, and it's, like, at least for me, it's making me grow so much. And I'm so, like, thankful that I had the courage, that, like, I actually had the gut to do it. And, like, actually, like, you know, ripped myself apart to get out of that comfort zone because I was so comfortable, and I, like, ripped off and started over. And I'm, you know, starting to get to know people and starting to go places. And even though, I miss LA, of course, you know, 6 years almost, but I don't know, here's where I'm supposed to be. And we're talking about, like, being artists and stuff, and, like, how, like, so many people are talking about 2020 being your year of, like, accomplishments and getting things done. And, like, I don't know, and I feel like if you're an artist, you can never let yourself be too comfortable.
It's true. It's
really
true. You should never, because our life, it's so unstable.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you're doing different stuff every day. It's not, you're not going to work every day, and it's like, you know, you're, like, finishing what you gotta do, coming back home, and you're, like, No, you
You and
always like
I.
you constantly working on something different. You constantly have like things to
You
worry
have-
about and like to be
Yeah.
excited about, and and like I think it's in a way it's like
It's a roller coaster.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it because I can't like I can't have like a routine of like the same every day.
Yeah.
I would like go nuts.
Yeah,
So,
because like we only have one life, and we should make the best of it.
exactly.
And we should work hard to, really make the best of it. And
we are lucky.
yeah, we are lucky. We're
to
blessed
do
to be
what we
able to
love.
do what we love. Because I told you that before, and I feel like I really believe that like artists, we're the ones that like we get to express what it really is to live and to like be human. Because being a human means living a life means that you never know what to expect next. You don't choose, like to feel what you're feeling. You don't choose, the things, and you don't know exactly what's gonna happen next.
And you get to express those feelings.
Exactly.
And actually influence people and and like help people.
Exactly.
Throughout
100%.
yourself. This is amazing. Like I don't know. We are so gifted to have that.
We
to
are.
do what we love, help.
Yeah,
the world,
we get to like give hope
Yeah,
and inspire people by doing what we love, and it's like
inspire people.
if that's not enough to keep going,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, cause oh my god, and that's what life is. Cause you never know what to expect next. You never know what's gonna happen.
I know.
And
I feel like people afraid of change too much,
yeah.
more than we should, because
yeah,
change
we're
is
all afraid
scary.
of change.
Exactly, and I don't think we should, because
Yeah.
change is like we said now, like change is a good thing.
Change is a good thing.
It's moving forward. It's exploring new stuff. It's like it's not being stuck in the same routine over and over. So
yeah, it's a
good thing.
Yeah, I feel like we're really lucky to be able to do that, and if you're watching and you're not an artist and you're doing what you love, then like you're also inspiring people. Like, this is not just a thing for like artists, but like, if you're out there and you're actually like living your life and doing what you love, that's like really what matters.
And don't forget that.
Don't
forget why
that.
you're doing it from the first place, because I did. I forgot. I was so stressed with everything, with all this crazy year. I was so stressed, and I forgot why I'm doing that. I was so concentrated on the technicality of things that I'm like,
Yes.
don't forget.
Don't. Like, if there's one thing, you asked me that earlier, like, if there was one thing that I could say, to people, like, for this new year that I could be like, do this, I was like, just do it. Just go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what other people are saying, what other people are thinking. Don't be afraid. Don't try to fit in. Don't try to be like everybody else. Don't. Just be yourself, because that's what actually matters, Don't, what everybody else is thinking, that doesn't matter. It's what you think about yourself, and your goal, it's your life. You shouldn't care, unless like it's a constructive, criticism that like it's gonna be something like it's gonna make you grow and be a better person, a better artist. Like,
just know the difference between people that want to see you grow
and people that just
like
jealous.
don't like to see other people's success.
Yeah.
So know the difference and don't pay attention to those who doesn't like want to see you succeed, because who cares about them, right?
Yeah, because in both cities, either LA or New York, there are gonna be people like that. In every city, there are gonna be people like that, and they're gonna try to hold you back. They're gonna try to pull you, and don't let them. Don't. Be true to yourself, be true to your work, be true to your art, and tell your story, because that's literally what matters, and that's what everyone else in the world wants to see and wants to hear. That's what's lacking, I feel like, and
the authenticity of
yeah.
who you are and what can you bring to other people.
We're missing that a lot nowadays,
true.
and we are, and it's, if you can bring that, if you can like literally be true to yourself and to your art, then like, oh my god, yeah, just
don't forget it.
Do not, and do it. I feel like this is a year to get shit done. I feel like after a really, really hard 2019, I feel like that's like the payoff, you know? I feel like everybody that I've talked to, because we had such a hard 2019, such a challenging year that like literally threw you on the ground and was like, let's see if you can get up.
Everybody was like, let's get this year over with. I don't want this year anymore.
And I feel like because we all like kind of got thrown in the ground and like literally had to like find a way to get up and keep going.
Which we did.
There's so much hope this year. And there's so much like, you know, and don't forget that hope. Don't like, you know, get back into a routine throughout the year, and it's like, you know,
there's a feeling of like a fresh start. You know,
there
a feeling
is.
Of like some motivation in the air that everybody like okay, let's start this year, and everybody like, you know, like waiting for that. And we said that we have 2 tips for you, so we're gonna tell you these 2 tips. Stick around. Okay, so talking about accomplishments of 2020 and how great this year will be, we have 2 tips for you. And those 2 tips actually are 2 things that you need to do, 2 lists. So the first one is the list that I personally saw in some other video, and it's advice that someone gave about self-empowerment and kind of like self-motivation. So there's what you do. You take a piece of paper and you write down 20 things. And you write down 20 things of what you already accomplished, things that you are proud of. It can be anything in the world that you are proud of, from like, I don't know, learn how to cook eggs, to getting to music school, to getting an A in math.
I'll write that one down.
You did learn it, you know, in some point.
I know.
So for whatever makes you proud of yourself. So you write it down, you write like down 20 things, and then you hang it in a place that you can see it. And then every morning before you go out of your room or your living room or your door, just read those things.
Yeah.
And remind yourself how great you are and all the things that you already accomplished. And it makes the other challenges
better,
easier, exactly, because you already did all those amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, you're great, you know, like you did it. You know? So what makes you to think that you will not be able to do that, the next one, you know?
True.
And it personally really helps me, because I'm going out of my room and I'm like, oh my God, like, this is like great, you know? Like, I got this.
Yeah, because like also is that whole thing where like we're our like worst judges, right? So like we're so hard on ourselves, and we tend to like constantly only look at the things that we have to work on. Only look at the negative things that we're not like ready yet, things that we haven't accomplished, things that we haven't done, and we tend to like stress out about it and like only like put our attention, our focus on the negative almost.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like not always.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes sometimes when they're forgetting about all the great things that we've done, and like all the great and amazing things that makes us like who we are right now. And you know, we shouldn't forget that, because those things are like literally what makes us, you know, us. And they are like big things and big accomplishments that we should be proud of.
That got us to where we are today.
Exactly.
You know? So, and this is our story. This is where we come from.
Yeah.
So I really encourage you to do that. That's super motivating. It, like, I don't know, it helps me a lot. So I really hope it will help you too. But there is another list.
Yes, there is.
So grab another piece of paper, because we got more.
Get it!
Your turn.
Okay, it's my turn.
I was like, come on.
So, with this other list, a friend of mine told me that he does that like every year, and he told me a few years ago, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I started doing it, and it's actually really it has like actually helped me a lot. So pretty much, my wallet.
Oh, we're doing examples?
I'm just gonna kind of show like how mine looks like. So pretty much like in the beginning of the year, you grab a piece of paper, you know, like mine is folded, and you're gonna write down everything that you want to accomplish this year, everything that you want to work on. It can be as detailed as you need or as you want, you know, and you literally everything that you really want to accomplish this year, you know. Just all of your goals, all of your like, everything things that you want to work on, things you want to achieve, things you want to improve about yourself, in every area, in every aspect of your life.
And it doesn't have to be like super huge. It can
Yeah.
be small stuff. It can be like something that you're, that you like kind of need to do, and it can be like, eat a salad once a week. You know, instead of writing, start working out. That's kind of general. It's really hard to follow. So you can like write yourself a more specific goal of like doing a walk on Saturday morning.
Yeah, mine, for example, I have one of mine was like, wake up early, like be like, because I'm, I want to like really like work on like waking up early every day. So like I have that on mine, and it's like it's not something like, oh my god, out of the world, but it's like every little thing that you feel like you really want to accomplish this year. And music wise, like artist wise, like whatever, like if you're an artist, like whatever you're doing with your art, or if you're not an artist, like whatever you really want to accomplish in your life and you want to like work on this year. So you write all of the, mine has like over 50 things on it.
Mine have 40.
Yeah, it's a lot. We have what, 365 days to go? Let's get it. No, 360. What
65. No,
a little less. You can
It's
clearly
enough.
see
It's
math is not a thing. You can clearly see it. Anyways, so what I do, that's why I took it out of my wallet. I write everything down on the first of the year. So I wrote it on January 1st, and then I fold it in a tiny little thing, and I put it on my wallet. Literally, I put it on my wallet, and I keep it on my wallet. I do not look at it throughout the year. I do not open it again. I just keep it folded in my wallet for the entire year.
Yeah, which doesn't have to be the case, by the way, because I want to see it and I want to have it in front of my eyes to kind of like remember what I need to do and what needs to get done. So like for me, I just like I'm gonna have it like here, and I'm gonna hang it like near to my board, like in my studio, to kind of remember where I'm going, what's the next thing that I need to do.
Yeah.
But these are like both amazing ways, and you can totally do both.
Yeah.
And whatever works for you. She remembers all her 50 things. I have
I feel like
not memorize my goals.
Yeah, like on mine, it's more like, for me, it's like it's in my wallet. So every single time I open my wallet, I see it. So it's a reminder.
Oh, so you're kind of like
it's a reminder to myself, where like, okay, I have those things, and like there are things that I've been working on for years that I still haven't like gotten to the point that I'm like, I'm good at this. There are things that like I still want to keep working on. There are newer things this year. I was gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm
Are you
sick.
gonna sneeze?
I'm sorry. I'm like, I had no voice for the preview, and now I'm like, I'm sick. I'm a mess.
She's good. She's fine.
I am.
She drinks tea with ginger.
She's been making
Well,
me
that's fine.
tea.
They made soup.
And soup. Anyways, back in the...
Yeah, but I wanted to say something, and I forgot.
I am sorry.
But anyway, let me continue. So, all of those things is just, I wanted to say that like she had this list last year.
I did.
And when I got here, she needed to open the previous list to kind of like see what she accomplished. And we sat together, and she was like, "Oh, I did that, and I did that, and I did that," and she crossed almost everything
in my list.
And it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah,
I like crossing stuff. I'm
I
like,
do.
oh,
I do
damn,
too.
done.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. It's motivating. You see how much you accomplished this year. It gives you like kind of the appreciation for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to do. So I did it too. It's my first time. I usually do this for a day, but now it's like for the whole year.
Yes.
So I'm super excited. It's like I need to learn so much things. I need to learn piano. I need to learn guitar. I need to grow my YouTube channel, by the way.
So subscribe. Thumbs up, like,
to the channel. Like I need to, I wonder
to do that.
Yeah. I wonder where my YouTube channel is gonna be in 1 year, because I need to.
It's gonna be, bigger. You're gonna help us out, right?
You're gonna subscribe
right?
if you're watching till this point, so but yeah, there's smaller and bigger goals, like like copyright my songs. That's like it's a small thing, but I still have it on my list. I need to do it this year, so it's just just write everything you want to do, everything you feel like. It doesn't have to be related to music. Not at
Yeah.
all. It can be everything
Whatever you want to
feel
work
like.
on, that you feel like you have to work on in your life. And like she said, like, yeah, I had my list from last year, and I opened it right before I wrote the new one, and I started crossing things out, and I was very impressed. Because some of the things I didn't really remember that I wrote it down. I like, it's kind of like I knew I had to work on, but I thought I never wrote it down, and I actually did. And I was like, oh my god, I actually ended up doing those things, and I was very happy with it. I was like, oh, I'm very proud of myself. Damn.
This is
And
great.
It motivates me to do it again. So like, I keep my little list on my wallet to always
Yeah.
like look at it.
So this is the second list, and I really encourage you to do that too, because it's motivating. Because it's really easy, I think, to start the year and tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna do everything, and then like after you like get into 2020, you kind of like, you know,
You get throughout the year, you kind of end up forgetting.
It's so easy to kind of like be, you know, get back to like
You know, like habits.
chilling,
And, like, yeah.
and you know, like kind of like not keeping away, because especially if you are out of like how you say that, like school, or like you don't have a schedule that you know,
a tight schedule that you have to go. and you have to
exactly.
do.
It's like, it's so easy to get thrown off. It's so easy to kind of like, you know,
Get
wake up
sidetracked.
and like not do much, and then like watch some TV, and then hang out with friends, and kind of forget that you have this routine going on.
True that.
So this year I'm really trying, because I graduated like literally like 2 weeks ago. I graduated, and I'm for the first time. Thank you. So the first time in my life, I'm kind of like, okay, like I need to get this shit done by myself. Nobody's gonna tell me where to be, when to be, like until I get a job. But like for now, I have like 2 months only to myself until I get my visa, and it's like I need to get the schedule, you know, to like kind of like, okay, I'm waking up, and then I'm working, and then I'm doing that, and then I'm like exercising, and then it's like lunchtime and a break time, and it's like I feel it's gonna help me going, because it's so easy, because my studio is at home, so I can be at home working a studio, and then be like, just like, oh, I'm gonna watch some TV, and then like
Yeah, it's very easy for you to just
I lost
like,
a day,
yeah.
you know.
So don't.
Make a schedule and
Do your thing,
follow it, and
and-
stay motivated.
Yes. Just do it. Just do it.
And if you lose motivation, you can always come back to the video and like
And
watch it again.
watch it, you know.
And be like, I'm gonna get this shit done.
You know, and you can comment below. You say that, right?
Yeah, you should comment
Yeah.
below. Like, let us know what's your
I'm
goals for
clearly not a
2020.
YouTuber, so. Oh,
Yes, she's an Instagrammer, and a really good one. I'm like kind of, you know, like
thanks. You can follow me if you
getting
want.
some help. It's down below.
It's
You can
down
check out
below.
her links and her
Yeah.
website and her Instagram, because it's looking really good. As I said,
Thanks.
she does fashion, so she's really like got into this whole Instagram and how like to decorate the Instagram in a
It's
way
really
it should
fun.
look like. And I think it's important.
Yeah.
Because we are visual people.
Yes,
we
we
like
are.
all of the artists. It doesn't matter if you're like an actor or a singer or a poet. We are very visual, especially 2020. It's like everything is
Listen.
about the media and the Instagram and all of the social media. We walk around that, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really cool to maintain like a really good page that like people want to follow, people like curious about it, you know. And that's something that I'm trying to do this year, to kind of like, you know, get my Instagram more like
You got
active,
this.
you know.
Yeah, you
I
got
got this.
You got this. Yes. So what are you gonna do? Just get it.
And a little bit before we finish, I want to explain our
The Christmas hats.
Santa
oh my
hats.
God. Yes.
So a lot of people have been asking me what's the deal with the Christmas hat, and apparently, so I'm from Russia, and in Russia, little history lesson, like stay around for like 2 minutes more. So in Russia, like many years ago, they didn't allow to celebrate Christmas because they were having this anti-religious thing, and like they weren't allowed to celebrate anything religious. And New Year's was never religious. It was just a holiday to like symbolize the new year.
Yeah.
So because the Russians were allowed to celebrate Christmas, they took the Christmas and moved it to New Year's. So what happened is they were celebrating the new year, but they had all the Santa and the hats and the presents, and like everything about the holiday was on New Year's. I, growing up in Russia, I had no idea. Like, we didn't celebrate Christmas ever. It just became like a thing that you like give presents on January 1st. Like in the morning, you wake up and they under the tree, you know. So I came here and I was like, walking around with my hat after Christmas, and people were like, what's the deal with that? So I asked my mom, like, I was like, is that me? Like, am I crazy? Or, like, I don't remember Christmas. I remember New Year's. It was always, like, December 31. And then she told me the story. So I just wanted to explain, this is me. I stick to my roots. This is when I celebrate Christmas. I do it December 31st. My friends getting presents on January 1st.
Yeah, she gave me a present on January 1st. It was, like, the sweetest thing.
People don't get it. And I thought,
this is my present.
Thing. Oh my god, slippers.
And a really cute mug. Anyways.
Yeah, so I'm sticking to my roots, and I'm sticking to who I am and what I was raised in.
Yeah, like the culture you had and like,
exactly.
how you raised. And like it was really cool, like during New Year's Eve, like we went to this party, like rooftop club party. I don't even know. It was super cool. And she went with her Christmas hat. It was so cool, and then like you could hear people screaming across the room like "Merry Christmas!" and we're like "Yes!" And it was like so much fun. It was hilarious.
I don't care, you know.
It was like, awesome. I don't know. It made my night. I was like, "That's yes."
Stay true to who you are. This is where you come from, especially if you're an artist. This is who you are.
It's very easy for you to try to change because of what like the media is saying, of what like do not. Listen to me. Do not. If you look, and like I'm gonna say because I lived in LA, just like really quick. Really big in LA, to try to like change yourself to fit into that LA like glamour style of life. Don't do that. Don't.
I'm sticking to my accent, to my holidays.
Stick to who you are, because like I guarantee you're gonna like go way further in your career, in your life, and like don't lose that, because that's like what makes you different. That's what makes you stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
I hope it was really helpful, and I hope you enjoyed.
I feel like whenever I need to, like, I feel like I'm gonna procrastinate, I'm gonna watch this video, so I think you should too. Yes,
and let us know in the comments how you're gonna celebrate 2020 and what you're gonna do, if the tips are helping, and if you have anything else to offer, please comment below and subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel. This is my goal.
Subscribe below. Thumbs up. Comment. You got this. I won't be here next week, but
she's gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be in LA.
I'm gonna kidnap her.
We're gonna meet next year. If I'm not there, I'm probably in New York kidnapped. So
yes.
I don't mind. I have soup, I have coffee, I have everything I need.
Yes!
And like trillion cameras, so I'm good. And a studio. This is amazing.
Thank you. A year and a half working really hard so I could buy myself. Yeah, pay it off.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We love you very much, and we wish you a great, 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 great productive year.
Yes, get it! Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!
Happy 2020!
Happy 2020!